I spent some time yesterday changing out the 4 pool lights that I have, and I couldn't find anybody else already doing this with the life bulb that Amazon sells, and so wanted to share my experience. Want to get today's date documented. Today is September 21st of 2025, and I want to make sure that if you are considering it, I'm going to tell you why I chose and what it looks like. And so here we go. The first issue is that I have pentair globrites that were installed when our pool was put in 2019, and these globrites were made in 2018. I just found out, and I have 4 lights, and the first bulb burned out after about a year and a half when I was down to 3 bulbs, and the second one burned out after 2 years, and I only had 1 light bulb get past 3 years, and it wasn't until this 4th year of which my last light bulb burned out inside my pool. Every review that I've read about replacing those pentair globrites say that they are horrible and that they're more likely to fail again the 2nd year and the 3rd year and the 4th year. So I did some research and I found a life bulb by No More Green. Take a look at this box right here. The reason why I picked this particular bulb is because it actually had a warranty with it. They will replace it if it fails within the 1st year, and then after the 1st year, if it fails, it will be a 50% tiered warranty. And so for me, if it fails a year and 1 day or 3 years later, I can get another bulb for 50% of the price. And for me, I think, man, that at least that is something that they're going to stand behind as opposed to what Pentair does. So I took the risk, and if you are on the fence, I don't know how this is going to perform. All I know is that my pool was dark, and we loved being able to look at our pool with the lights on, and it is completely compatible with IntelliBrite. And so if I'm using my app or if I'm using the pool computer, if I turn on a certain color scheme, it changes those bulbs perfectly. It's right on the money. Take a look at what it looks like after I have just finished it. The install was pretty easy. Only took us around 2 hours. I say us because it was a 2-person job. And 2 hours to pull the lines and seat the lines and get it wired back up. Like, it wasn't that hard. But you do have to have some skills. You do have to know a little bit of electrical. You do have to know how to pull cable through conduit. And I do recommend waxing the cable as you're pulling it through. think that that's important as well. But beyond that, oh, and I had to do a little bit of chipping away at the pebble tech. The pebble tech was getting in the way of me doing that quarter turn, and so I have a little video I made yesterday that you should probably watch as well. So something that was a little difficult, what took me the time, was when I was trying to use the tool to loosen the bulb in the water. Let me show you what I mean. The tool that they give you to get this thing out is this guy, like this. It has these two little notches, and this is supposed to fit perfectly on it like that, to where you can do that little 1/8 of an inch of a turn. But what happened is that when they installed, when whoever installed my lights, when the builder did it, because these are original to the pool, they had some gunite that was still over the edge of this thing, which means like there was a little bit of plaster holding this thing in. I even had plaster inside these little grooves that were right here, to where this thing wasn't hitting flush. So my advice, even though it doesn't say it, is I do recommend getting a chisel, because you might have to chisel around. I was doing something like this. I was chiseling the gunite around here, and I figured as long as I wasn't hitting this and the other thing too bad, that I was only trying to chip away the gunite around here. I even got in to like it like there and stuff. And then I also used something like this. So once I was able to do the quarter turn, this is what I was able to reach in, grab, and kind of like pry it out. So those two little additions, I think, make the process a whole lot simpler. I probably should mention that I am a avid do-it-yourself person, and do not take this as legal advice or anything like that. I just am doing things myself because I'm okay with taking the risk myself. I'm comfortable with doing certain things. And so do not do any of this unless you are comfortable doing it. And so this is, if any of you are considering and thinking about doing this yourself, something that I would recommend also is when it comes shipped in the box, it comes all coiled up. I would recommend unraveling each cord. What I found useful was putting a stick through the central coil and then just walking backwards so that it would unravel. I kind of shook it as I did it. Watch this hyperlapse to see that. Something else is that I would have my partner over at the conduit over by the pool filter while I was in the pool pulling the line, or vice versa. If I needed her to pull the cable through, we were switching jobs every now and then. If you are considering pulling your own cable, make sure you also know how to tie knots. I do recommend knowing how to tie a lark's head and a half hitch, and doing multiples of those with electrical tape, and coating the cable with wax like this.
Have you ever sprayed right here?
Sprayed what? Yeah.
So this stuff just comes back regardless?
Yeah. It's been a minute since I sprayed for weeds. Like I'm gonna say it's been over 3-4 months now.
Last week is every fucking weekend.
That's a good video. I don't know, babe, but I'm curious to see that right now.
So only time will tell. I don't know if this is going to be a good replacement, a bad replacement. I'm not sure. What I do know is I like how it looks right now. I like the fact that it's back to the way it was when I first got the pool. It looks great. One thing that just came that I have not installed yet is the company even has these little lenses that you can put over the light bulb so that you don't get a shadow effect. And so they stand by their products is what it looks like. And there's even like a message from the owner. And so I feel comfortable right now. I will follow up with this maybe in a year or two to let you know if all the bulbs are still working, which is what I hope for. And I'm not so sure that would happen if I had the other brand that we had. So good luck to you.